Hello, it's me, Dudley before. Welcome back to Pridecraft. This is episode 20. It's a little bit of a big deal, I guess. I don't know. I'm just standing over here enjoying the landscape of the world. It's feeling pretty. And last episode, we made this beast over here, which was my rainbow sheep tree. One floor where we have all of our wools, and it's going quite well. And I'll be needing some of these today, so I'm glad to have those. And then if we come here, this is the upstairs, and it's really pretty in here. And we have lots of sheep getting sheared, getting all their wools. It's very spawn proof up here. No one's gonna be messing with anything. I'm so happy with how this is, but it got me thinking, I didn't really finish it. There's still torches around and it's not very professional. And it got me thinking, there's a few projects that I've done that I didn't quite finish the way I wanted to yet. And some have required some adjustments, and I thought, why don't I take a little time to do those and purdy the place up a little bit. But first things first, I think we should do a little progress check on the dig because I've been hard at work. So here it is. It's so much, but I'm so happy because you can kind of see now our mob farms that we've made that kind of stick out. And I want that bridge there to connect to the other one, but I have to really figure out where all the different parts are going to go because I still think I can make a drowned farm there in the water section. I think back there is a slime chunk, so I actually might move the slime farm to be back there, and then here could be a creeper farm. So that would kind of space them out well in the circle. And you can see I just have that much of a sliver in each corner left, which is still a lot, but every time I'm going in, it's a little shorter because I've been going from the widest parts first. So really happy with that. And then since the theme of the episode is finishing what we started, I did start another thing off camera, which was the next layer to our little trading hall, which I thought could be clerics because they sell glowstone eventually. This one is all done up. So you can see he sells glowstone, and I'll be needing that. In here, I was thinking, I brought some stuff with me. I want to make some path block in here, and I also brought some coarse dirt. So I want it to get a little, rough and messy in here, but I think it'll be pretty. But you can see, like we've done in other things, we need to replace this with wood or it's gonna just look not gorgeous, and we don't like that. So we have to have every little thing filled. I think we're gonna very manicure path block through the middle, but on the edges, I think maybe getting some wood here. So the tree's, really in the ground, and I grabbed a bucket, of course, because we'll need to make this a water drop, because right now it's just an ouchie drop. But let's make a little path that just kind of goes nicely through here. So let's put in some of that everywhere. Popped in some little glowstone here. It's making me feel a little better about that. And then I thought we could do, some little leaves hanging around. So let's pop these in little, corners here and there. So we're getting bright, especially since I just took out all the light. I used to not like glowstone because I thought it was looked like cheese or something, but now I like it. It's grown on me. It's glown on me, should we say? No, that's bad. Don't say that. Cut that. So that's very nice. Now, I do want to connect these paths, but that means I have to figure out kind of the general idea of the animal area, which I do not have an idea of what I want yet. So we are putting that off for now, but it's not because I'm not finishing this project. But the next thing I wanted to do was put string everywhere, because I think this should stop mobs from coming onto the tree. Because sometimes I'll look over here and there's a skeleton just chilling. And we don't want that. So this is an easy way to solve that. What do we think now? Much more complete. once I finish that area eventually, but that takes some planning. But this looks so beautiful now. If we ever just need a little breath of fresh air, an escape, and these areas look really nice. Actually, they don't. See, this is what I was talking about. I think I could do something with this. This is like a nice area, and I have leaves still, so I should put some leaves on there. So there we go. Now our little room in here is very cute. It's looking good, a little like that. I'm happy with that. Now the next thing I wanted to do was grab a bunch of orange wool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're gonna grab sticks, and I have lots of sticks because I had a lot of bamboo. So from here, I don't know if anyone ever noticed, but I started throwing some banners on when I had a little bit of the colors, just to add a little more texture. I liked how they hang and they kind of move just a little bit, so it kind of gives a more lifelike look to the farm. So we're gonna make a crap ton of banners. Do one there. That's too high. One there. One in there. 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 That feels so much better. Like just having little movement, a little more color on there, textures. I'm happy. Now we need to come in here. This is also kind of not finished and I don't like it. So I did throw a crafting table there because I need to craft up like the melons that come in and whatnot, which are still just so many. Like I can't keep up with this thing and I deactivated part of it. So what I want to do is just kind of throw some slabs around to cover off the bottom there, or maybe even I could maybe pull those fences down so we just see this and the crafting table. How about that? There. So this is actually slab height, so nothing's going to come there anyway, and we could take our millions of melons and make millions of pumpkins. I have too many. This thing is a beast, I am telling you. Like, I cannot keep up with this thing, and what I've been doing is kind of just composting most of them because I do not need to trade with them to repair things like emeralds. Like the villagers are so OP, so I can just put all the melons in there and get lots of bone meal, and I won't miss them because they'll be back in 1 second. So I'm feeling a lot better about this. Now the next thing I want to do is fix this because this is so ugly, this pathway. Like this is all looking so nice here. And then, you know, I needed to kind of make a divergent road to there and here, but I don't like how it's split right there. So I think I almost need a little bit of green squeezed in here somehow. And this road will just be a little more narrow, but I got to make it work. And I did it. I just really put in some green grass. I think even that's enough, honestly, for me. It just breaks up the path enough. And there's some places where there's grass along the edge of our path, and I kind of like that too, just to break up the path block, like little spots here and there. There's not enough room to make our little trenches on both pathways on the side here, but I don't think it needs it. I think this looks good. And I took some leaves. I could, you know, have a little bush there. How about that? Just for something. Another project I really wanted to do was make some kind of fountain in here. There's actually, I made something kind of fun in a practice world that I think I should try to do in here. A little bit of a statue. And do I have end rods? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's a little bit of like an illusion here. It's going to be an optical illusion. Okay, ready for this? All I did was use end rods and I kind of made a 4. Ta-da! It's not a great 4, but it's the best I could do. I wanted it to be a little abstract, a little modern arty. And you have to, of course, be at this angle. But we have the 4 right there. because I'm Dunleavy 4. Get it? So when we walk by, we take a little look. We have our abstract 4 there when we come to see our villagers in here. And it kind of just builds a little something in there, keeping with our nice stone theme as we are, lower. And I'm happy with that. So I've been meaning to do that for a while. Let's try another look at that. Yep, 4. Lovely. Let's now head up to the stonemason area. They are doing great up here. I've really been needing them during the big dig. They're getting me so many emeralds so I can splurge on glowstone and glass. I had many ideas in here, too many to be honest. At first I had a bunch of the glazed terracottas in the floor, and then I switched it to regular terracotta. But it was just a little too busy and took me out of stonemason vibes. So I wanted to come in and just put in like gravel, cobble, and coarse dirt. And then I wanted to make a big rock pile in the middle. Now the only thing I was kind of unsold on is whether I keep this ceiling or not. I really like it. It's very modern. And now that I'm changing this to be, a little more gritty, I'm wondering if it's too, different than this. But in a way, the stonemasons, they're taking the most basic blocks from you and they give you all the fanciest ones. So maybe it's kind of a story of mining and using their knowledge, that they would turn this into this. So let's keep it for now. I just want to add more detail in here, of course. It's got to be really cute, and we have free stone cutters everywhere, which is even better. So we can kind of do some fun things to round off the rock pile that we have in the middle. So why don't we take a bunch of these things, and we could do little stuff around here, and little slabs. Same thing kind of here. Nice. Could even like turn some of it. There we go, the nice rock pile. Looks good. And I was even thinking we could throw in for a little, little campy moment here. Could have a rail and a little minecart with a chest, something like that. Just a nice little rock. Let's make sure it looks good from all the angles. Probably throw a lantern over on this side somewhere. Yes. I don't know if I've really shown it, but it's all the chiseled things they do into the brick, into the ceiling. So it really is like a story of, transforming the blocks. So I don't know, maybe I'm just selling myself, but hopefully you like it too. And yeah, so that's all done. Let's go on. We're back up with the clerics, and I just started a little in here and I realized one of them is missing. So that's a worrying thing, but at least it's only one of them. I don't know how he would have escaped because clearly no one else can, and he was in the same situation. And if a monster was up here, I'm just glad it took one of them, I guess. But so I'll try to replace him later. But so far, it's looking good. I'm just using slabs on the roof for now because I don't have a lot of nether brick, and I already had to jump into the nether and get some netherrack. And, it's not a cheap resource. But here's this going on. And I'm going to go up on that roof to light it up to make sure it's safe. And in the floor, I'm just putting in soul sand in between little patches of soul soil. I thought it'd be fun to be, mixing them so there's little tendrils of the netherwort coming, and that's where we'll get a lot of our netherwort for now for potions. And maybe there's other witchy things that I want in here, like maybe some cauldrons. Even though it's not this profession, I think maybe we'll grab some of those. This is going to look really cool when all the netherwort is grown in, I think. And of course I'll have to figure out some lighting, but I also thought maybe some shroom lights would look good in here. I grabbed some cauldrons. Let's maybe put them, in here, in the thick of the tendrils. Boom. Witchy. I like it. And then I thought we could grow some of these other little, actually I might totally wreck those. How about, actually no, I think it'll work. Let's do that. Just a few. I wanted to try some slime lights as well because, you know, they're making potions. There's kind of like spooky slime things. Oh, of course we can throw some of these in. I think these are so cute, these little ones. So here we go. Final walkthrough. Let's check on everybody. How are you? Does this feel okay? Do you feel safe? Huh? You feel safe? There's a lot of lava. We can always jump into the middle to get our witchy things. So that's okay, right? And hopefully not burn in the lava. And you guys should be good. We have nice slime chandeliers. We have some ceiling drippings. Things look good. I'm very happy with that. Let me put all this stuff away. And now we're up here on top of the tree farms. Something kind of happened, and it's my bad because I didn't really measure well, I guess, but our blue warped wood farm, I did not account for some trees being that tall. This one really reached for the stars, and that means I didn't make this tall enough. So this one's going to be kind of a pain in the butt, and I'm just going to show you a before and after. But I have to account for a tree potentially being that big because I did not do that. Here's a before. It's like interrupted by a tree in the middle. So I'm going to take that down, but know that I need to build this at least, 4 blocks higher than it was, and I'll show you the after. All right. Changes have been made. I actually went ahead and did a lot of work on all the roofs because I couldn't stop myself. So I switched some of the glass that I had up here with carpet on the 2 brown ones. I just thought it looked a little nicer, made it look a little less blurry in a way. And then, as you probably noticed behind me, I did redo the blue. So it's much taller, and I actually made it a little more just glass. I did pop in some warped wood planks just to give it a little charm. But I think that's looking pretty good, and I had to kind of zhuzh up the base of it here. So I just added little detail in there, and then I did some new dripping end rods with the glass, almost looking like some crystals. They're a little hard to see from here, but they look good. And then I couldn't help myself because I kind of made that dome a little better than it was. And so I did this one as well, which I think is looking really nice, the purple, and the red one as well. And look a little more uniform, but each having their own charm. So I'm really happy with that. And the sun is setting, so it might be nice to get a little night view. Here it is at night, all lit up, looking really pretty, I think. I'm so happy to have touched all that up. The inside of the tree looks so much nicer. And I don't know if we've gotten to enjoy it at night like this from here with the little colors sprinkled in. Could maybe even be a little brighter in the middle, so I may fix that a little bit off camera. And we have this, which the banners don't load from far away, which I forgot about that being a thing, but it still looks good. We've added the next layer of our villager trading hall, and this tower's awesome. I love this. We have 4 different professions in there, and we touched up these roofs, and I think they look so much better. And you can actually see my little dripping crystals like I talked about. They're a little more visible at night, so I am so happy. This really looks like a city in a way. It's kind of not what I expected, but I really like it. I want to break up this diagonal of buildings so bad. I need to plan what we could build kind of off of this area. I have a little idea actually. For some reason chests don't load in from far away either, but that's where all of the chests are. I wonder if I should make some huge, I know I have a storage room already behind the this building, but I wonder if I just need some kind of stone silos or something. So they're going to be maybe smaller buildings to break up the height, and I can just kind of store all the stone in there a little separately than the storage room. And I know of something I want to build up on that hill, so I have some options, and I'll also keep working on the dig, of course. But I think that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm having such a great time showing off some creativity, and I really, really appreciate you watching. And if you enjoyed, please leave a little like down there. That would mean a lot. Thank you. Bye-bye.